found a glue gun on Amazon. Let's test it out and see how it does. All right, guys, today we're going to test out this Go Ganova cordless glue gun. So I've let it charge here, so we should have plenty enough for this test. Let's start out here first by putting two pieces of cedar together to see if it actually holds. So I'm going to go through here. Now, it doesn't put a lot of glue out. That's the first thing. Might be pretty good for smaller projects, but let's see if this will hold it. All right. Hold that down together and see if this will actually stick. While that's setting up, I'm going to go ahead and try doing some leather to this and see how it does, because I want to let that make sure that cools down in time. So I'm going to give this one big spot right here. Make sure we get enough glue. And then I'm going to hold that down here as well. Give that a good set. I can see that's oozing out the back, so that's going to be pretty good. That's a good test there. The last one, I thought, hey, let's take this leather and try to glue it to a piece of sheet metal and see how it goes. So let's go over to that. Give this a test here as well. Nice blob of hot glue right there. I don't like how it just gives out a little tiny bit. Definitely not good for big projects. Let that set up right there. Let that cool off. I'm going to test this here. I got a little bit there. That's looking good. All right, let's see how this goes here. That's pretty solid right there. I'm going to have to really reef on that. That little bit of glue is actually holding up pretty well. Well, I'd say that works pretty good. If I have to break the wood for that to come off, I'd say that held up pretty good. Let's see how it does with the leather here. That didn't stick as well because of that smooth surface. I think we had the advantage here of that wood being nice and rough. Now that might tell us a tale of this here, right here with the metal. Yeah, that just peels right off. So I think this is something that's going to work really good for plastics and maybe wood, but leather and metal, it's not going to work. But you know something, that's probably more the glue than the glue gun. I'm going to give this thing 4 out of 5 stars. For little tiny projects, I think it's going to work pretty good for you. The arm jacks have been super hot this last year on the internet. I found a budget set on Amazon. Let's test them out and see if they work as advertised. All right, guys, today we're going to test out these labor-saving arms. And they're pretty cool, and there's a lot of different uses for them. So let's put them to the test today. I'm going to get under this piece of plywood right here. There's a couple things I wanted to test on this. One, I think they could be really handy if you're working on a project and you need to level something off. So let's get this up a few inches here. And then I can sit here and get this pretty level, and it gives me kind of an infinite measurement right here as far as I can just go a little bit or a lot. So there's a great way to go in here. I can get it off level and then bring this side up just so I'm perfectly level right there. So if I was doing sheets of plywood on a wall or drywall, you could put this under the edge, help it and get it up there level for you. So that's kind of a cool idea where this could be a really helpful. Let's put the weight test here on this and see how we do. Next up, I'm gonna get this centered up here. So we can give that, stick my circular saw and see how this does. Yeah, no problem. That's easy. And then lowering it down, doesn't struggle at all. Let's go to the next one here. Let's go with a 4 to 5 gallons of paint right here. Yeah, no problem. Easy. That'll handle that. So let's see. Let's go for a bag of concrete. Make sure I get that leveled off here. Let's see how this does with a 50-pound bag of concrete. And again, no problem. You can feel a little in the squeeze, but that works pretty well. Now here's the thing. They do seem a little flimsy compared to others out there. And my concern is if you put more than 100 pounds on this, I don't think they're going to hold up because this bends pretty easily. So I'd have to be careful with that. I'd give these things 3 out of 5 stars. I think they're pretty decent. They'd be great around the house, but I wouldn't use them for heavy projects.